Go.
Gets on the beat.
What's up, YouTube? It's Luke. Let's get this cut started. Not sure if you heard him in the intro. It's pretty loud in the shop, but he asked for a mid-drop fade, don't touch the top. Just realizing that rhymes. Alright, so I start by putting in my skin line with the edgers. I'll shave it all down, get it nice and clean, and prepare it for the foil shaver or straight razor, depending on the client. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know at this point I'll come back and give a light C-stroke right below the hair right there, just to kind of make that line in the next step easier to take out. Alright, so from here I'll use my foil shaver to get it shaved. But like I said, some clients prefer the razor, some barbers prefer to use a straight razor. It's just a matter of preference, honestly. Alright, so here I'll put in my fade section. I start with no guard, clippers open, slightly raking with a consistent C-stroke. Note, in the back, I'll actually put the blade flat against the head as opposed to raking like I do on the sides. I do that because the hair in the back is thicker and you can actually use the occipital to assist with your C-stroke. Alright, and when I actually blend out the skin line, the way I'll do it is I'll close the clippers like halfway. I'll start working at that line using just the corners. But from there, I close the clippers incrementally as needed and continue to shorten up my C-stroke as well. I just kind of work at that line until she's gone. I don't go straight to closed because 9 times out of 10 you don't have to. Like I said, I came in with the edges and I did that light C-stroke, so it made it so that the line wasn't so hard to take out, so you don't have to close your clippers all the way. Pro tip, guys. And don't be ashamed to make 4 or 5 passes when blending to make sure it all fades consistently. I mean, especially with thicker, dark hair like this, it usually takes a few passes, a few extra passes to get it all blended correctly. And I mean, that's what makes a great fade great, right? Is consistent graduation. Plus, nice contrast helps, but excuse me while I work. That's so satisfying, isn't it? Just watching the lines disappear. Honestly, it has to be one of my favorite things about cutting hair. I don't know, for me it's like watching someone draw or paint a perfect circle in one pass. It's just oddly satisfying, that visual pleasure. I don't know. Alright, now I'm using my one guard to put in my next fade section, or the one guard open, excuse me. Then I'll close it halfway and kind of work at that line, kind of how I did in the previous section where I'm using just the corners and I close incrementally, but I won't close all the way with the one guard. Most of the way, sure, but I'm going to use the 0 guard, so I'm not working too hard at that line just yet. I just want to give this fade section a nice graduation to work with. Once I'm happy with the blend in the section, excluding the line obviously, then I'll use my 0 guard like 3/4 of the way open, slightly raking, and of course using just the corners. Oh, and as always, close incrementally as needed. Alright, at this point I'm doing shear over comb, and I'm just trying to get this line or any dark spots or inconsistencies right here in the parietal ridge. Notice that I'm cutting right at the spine of the comb, and I'm only using like the front third of the shears, for more accuracy and precision. The last thing I want to do right now is cut a bald spot into his head or put another line in, making it harder on myself. So alright, so after I'm done with that, I'll come back with the one guard open and catch anything that I might have missed doing shear over comb, anything that might have been too short to get to because the spine of the comb was too thick. Alright, let's knock out this edge up, and with the FXs, man, we're just going to go ahead and, it's a real light touch. Anybody that's seen any of my last videos know I say this all the time. Real light, light touch, light tap, tap, tap. We're not going to drag it and scrape up his face, we're just trying to get a clean line put in and make sure that any of the longer hairs that could hang over that would cause a problem whenever I'm coming back with the razor, make sure those are all cut down with the trimmer. You know, work smarter, not harder. Make your equipment work for you, all that jazz. And also, pro tip, symmetry. Symmetry is key. And a clean lineup can make an haircut look really good, and a messed up lineup will make a great haircut look terrible. So if you're gonna do the edge up, do it right. See that? Real soft, real light. Not digging, not trying too hard, not pushing them back. You know, following the line that I already put in, real light, just tap, 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 tap. But yeah, there's really not much else that I can say about this cut. So with that being said, I'd love to know what you guys would like to say about this cut. You know, any questions, comments, compliments? Would you have done anything differently than me? Let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, if you actually learned something, go ahead and tickle that like button for me. Yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. And speaking of which, future videos, I'm going to start doing just one a week as opposed to the two, because I missed a whole week because I've been really busy. You know, we're back in the shop and I'm making my own pomade now, which I actually use in his hair right here. So if you're interested in some free samples, I'm sending out free samples to anyone that's interested. I'm making my own pomade now. So yeah, man, let me know down in the comments. Reach out to my Twitter or my Insta, whatever. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.